Protester deported by Donald Trump, shot dead by an Israeli settler. Palestinian protester deported by Trump was shot and killed by an Israeli settler. And there's the picture. I'll tell you more about it in June. Awda Hathaleen, English teacher, activist, former soccer player from the occupied West Bank, detained alongside his cousin, Aid, at the airport in San Francisco. They're about to embark on an interfaith speaking tour organized by the California-based Kehilla Community Synagogue. Ben Linder, co-chair of the Silicon Valley chapter of J Street and the organizer of Eid and Awda's first scheduled speaking engagement, told Middle East Eye that they'd known the two cousins for 10 years. They described them as true nonviolent peace activists who came here on an interfaith peace-promoting mission. Without explanation from U.S. authorities, they were deported. They returned to their village of al-Khair in South Hebron Hills. Yesterday, the activist group Jewish Voice for Peace, JVP, reported on social media that Awda Hathaleen was killed after Israeli settlers attacked his village and that a relative of his was also severely injured. There you see the remembrance there. Activists working with Awda report Israeli settlers invaded al-Khair with a bulldozer to destroy what little remains of that Palestinian village, as he and his family tried to defend their homes and land. Settler opened fire, both aiming directly, shooting indiscriminately. Awda was shot in the chest, later died from his injuries after being taken by an Israeli ambulance. His death, the result of brutal settler violence. Later, when Awda's relative, Awda Hathaleen, tried to block the bulldozer that settler was driving, ran him over. Awda is now being treated at a nearby hospital. Look, the violence is ongoing. It's real. I'm sick to my stomach, and I don't even have to be there. And there's not enough images on TV to make me even sicker. But we know what's going on. We know there are people who are speaking up. There are Jewish organizations who are speaking up about some of the violence, the starvation of an entire group of people, all of it. What do you make of this yet another incident, Jackson? But also, what do you expect will come in the way of justice?
Well, unfortunately, I don't really suspect there to be any kind of justice relationship with Israel. And also, perhaps more importantly, the current administration is just not interested in this or anything else to do with governing or diplomacy. With these reality show TV people, I'm trying to think. He's about to put. Oh yeah, Janine Pirro. He's looking at putting as the U.S. attorney for D.C. He's continuing to put more completely unqualified television characters in positions of power. So these individuals just don't care about this, don't have the expertise, don't really have the ability to address this. And Donald Trump, it was just a few days ago in Scotland where he was saying that, people should be thanking me. Why isn't anyone thanking me? Well, what would he have to say about this? He probably would have nothing to say about it whatsoever. But we should be thanking him for the great work that he's done for the starving children in Gaza, and also, for this incident. But of course, he's not going to talk about that at all.
No, and remember, the reporters followed up and asked what he was going to expect out of Netanyahu moving forward. And Trump just kind of equivalent of a shoulder shrug said, you got to get the food out.
He don't care.
He's not the one. I mean, do you understand? You have 8 organizations now who are saying things like, look, they're neutral. They just want to feed people. Only 8%, 10% of the food is getting out. And they're saying that, stop saying Hamas is stealing the food. They're on the ground. They're saying that's not what's happening. The restriction is what's happening. But here we have a protester using their voice, and we'll follow it as best we can. There are restrictions about journalists and who's allowed to cover what, apparently, just by way of access.